Do-over! Yes, I, Mathis, the scientist, with these 2 beakers of scientific chemicals, will mix them. They make the subscribe chem. Hello everybody, my name is Mathis and welcome back to some more Plague Inc. Evolved. I wanna do the Prion again. I feel like I botched that so hard and there was no reason for me to botch Brian. So we're gonna try doing Brian again, and we're just gonna dive right in, man. Same kind of strategy that we used the first time around, but this time a few different changes. I think I know where I went wrong, and on Brutal, and especially if we ever do Mega Brutal, those little mistakes can cost you the entire game. So we're gonna go ahead, speed things along, and we're gonna play. I genuinely think we're gonna be fine. I'm confident in my ability to make this work. I've beaten this many times in the past. Scientists have had a breakthrough in their understanding of diarrhea. Oh boy, they can cure diseases easier. Doesn't really matter all that much. We're just gonna sit here and kind of pile on the points, and then we're gonna go right to transmission, jump into water, followed by a little cold resistance, just to get an ability to spread north and hopefully past the water. The other big thing we want to save up for is drug resistance, so that once we hit first world country stuff, we can start knocking that out very, very quickly. All right, with 22 points, let's dive back in. We're absolutely gonna go ahead and immediately grab drug resistance 1, and then drug resistance 2 is gonna be a hell of a dump for money, but we're in hot arid area, so let's grab mosquitoes, and then I would like to get rats and pigeons for the urban stuff. But this hopefully will help us spread into Africa a little bit faster. But if not, and it just takes its time, as long as we're fine, I mean, as long as we don't have any notable symptoms, we should be fine. Libya has been infected, which is great, and any mutations at all, I'm likely gonna refund. Like this, insomnia. Insomnia is tempting to leave, but I'm gonna take it for the 2 DNA points so I can get rid of the severity. It's basically we popped a little bubble that gave us a little bit of extra experience points to play with. Meanwhile, I'm popping the bubbles of all those who touch my disease. I don't know how that made any sense whatsoever. It's very difficult for me to find stupid jokes with this game as I annihilate planet Earth. All right, let's jump into the air so we can start jumping onto some aeroplanes. All right, there we go. That's gonna be America, which is fantastic that we got America this early. We also got Japan, which is great. That's very, very exciting. Let's go ahead and grab these. And now we're gonna start seeing the mass spread. And here's where we need to be very careful, because we're gonna get a lot of red bubbles all at once, which is gonna give us a lot of experience points to play with. But we need to be careful not to waste them on useless garbage. I really regret some of the ways I spent my experience on the last go. And I've weirdly been playing it over in my head for the past day or so, being like, what could I have done different? I really like this game a whole lot. So me replaying it in my mind and seeing what I could have done better isn't all that surprising. Still, we need to, the hardest places to hit are up here, man. Anemia symptom. That one might be worth keeping, but I'm gonna take the points. Again, it gives us a little bit of severity back. I just don't want to run too much of a risk. Pigeons, I think, is where we're gonna go next. That's probably gonna help spread pretty quickly over here, and it should help start spreading in the USA a little bit faster as well. Those urban areas really need a kick sometimes. Now we're starting to see mega spread throughout some of the more first worldish like countries, as well as the rest of those not so fortunate. Jump in here and start working on making everybody a little bit less productive. Let's go ahead and do that. There's Australia, which is great. We hit Mexico. Water level 2 might be our next grab, just to make sure we can get over here. And I think for water level 2, we need 19. So we've got a little while to go before we're worried about it. That's Canada. We actually have Russia already, so cold level 2 might not be necessary. There's Iceland, which means we're 1 step away from Greenland. If we can tackle Greenland without the need to grab water transmission level 2, that could be big. The rash symptom, no. We cannot have rash right now. It's too noticeable. It's much too noticeable. But just to be safe, water transmission, and then I think I'm gonna save up 29 for pharmacy 2. Bird migration, well, we luckily already have the pigeons all taken care of. India is almost completely infected. We're starting to hit up the last bits of the places we need. I would really like to see, they're postponing the Rio Olympics. I'd really like to see Greenland just get popped, man. But If we can't, let's go ahead and do this. And we already have water too. I'm guessing maybe it might not be a bad idea to grab cold resistance too. It'll help spread faster in Russia anyway. And then there we go. We're gonna start hitting some more northern regions in that regard. What are we missing on the planet right now? Kind of a good chunk of Europe. Obviously Greenland, followed by, what is that, Korea? Yeah, I'm still gonna want maybe a level 2 pharmacy kind of resistance here. I think I'm gonna see if I can infect the entirety of the planet without being detected first. If that's something I can make happen, I'll be very happy. Drug resistance 2. Brian has mutated the anemia symptom. Nope, I'm sorry, not gonna happen. Give me my points back. And we're gonna let this flow. Now it's just stacking up points. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. There's Greenland. Russia is starting to get heavily infected. I imagine Canada's getting its butt starting to get kicked now that we've got cold resistance 2. And the world is slowly but surely being overrun by Brian. Imagine a world run by Brians. Just all men in button-down shirts, a tie and khakis with combed hair, short with just those regular kind of boring-ass looking glasses. This is what this does. It just turns everybody into a person called Brian. And holy fuck, it's a boring world. The world isn't gonna die. It's just going to be boring. Less productive might not be a bad idea. It's so tempting to keep this because we're not gonna get anything back from it, but I don't know if that's what I wanna do. The entire world has now been infected. I'm nervous about being caught out, but I'm gonna save. Yeah, there it is, it's been found. See, this is what I did last time. And now they're working on a cure already. We definitely want it to be harder to cure. So we'll go ahead and dump some points into making this obscenely hard to cure. And we'll see if we can stack up enough points to make this, yeah, it's so hard to cure, as well as how hard it is for people to actually do any work right now. I imagine the cure might be going a little slow, but even then, because we're on brutal, it's gonna go a little faster than you'd like. But we'll see if we can manage to make this thing a force to be reckoned with. We also have a genetic reshuffle if we want. Well, now that they know they're working on it, I want to go over here. This right here scares me a bit. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see if that infectivity up is gonna be good for the spread. It's already gotten the anemia symptom without having to do anything. I think we're just gonna let it evolve on its own. Insomnia and anemia are causing people to walk around gray with tiredness. Scientists working on the cure to Brian are less productive. That's a good combo. Anemia and insomnia created a hell of a combo. Everybody's focused on creating a cure now. I just want to make sure we hit the whole world before we start working on lethality, but it might be worth working towards some complete organ failure at this point. The question is, what do we want to get rid of to afford it? Because we need 31. Let's see if we can get enough. Maybe we'll mutate total cardiac failure as well. Okay, now we need more. Greenland, they're dying faster than they're being infected. Doesn't look like that, but okay. Cysts, okay. It's not a bad thing to grab cysts. We won't get any points for it, and I still need 10. I'll take that back. I'll take that back. I'll take that back, and then we will grab total organ failure. Start killing the planet off if we can. The number of infected is going down a little fast. I need to make this a bit more infective. But we took away the cold resistance, which may have been our killer move there. Right now it's a race against Greenland mostly. Everybody else is gonna end up dying, but if Greenland ends up surviving with a pocket of people, we still technically lose. Okay, Spain is breaking down. Research is gonna slow down as the world starts to break down. We have 27 points. I think coma is the way to go here. We are getting a bunch of other points here, so let's actually go down. I wonder, we can still maybe knock that out if we get 21 points. There it is. Let's go ahead and get cold resistance 2 again, and hopefully that'll pop this up. Argentina falls to Brian. The infectivity is starting to go up with the cold resistance, which is very, very good for us. Let's see if we can bump the infectivity a bit here. We're still not quite where I would like to be. Not any infectivity there. A little bit of infectivity there. Abscesses? Sure, let's grab abscesses, make it more infectious. There we go, we're starting to see it tick up, but it's gonna go a little too fast. Rash, sweating, just more infectivity if we can just have this catch up. Fever is fine. The cure is basically done. We're on a race now against Greenland here to try and make it as infectious as possible while lowering its, not necessarily lowering, but maintaining how lethal this thing is. I think livestock is probably gonna help over here in Greenland. Maybe I can devolve this now. We're gonna take away some of the severity here and hope that the infectivity catches back up. Yeah, the infectivity number is going up, which is good. The dead are still rising, but the infectivity is starting to catch up a bit, which is what we need. Yeah, this is good. The world itself is basically done. The world is at a standstill at 91%, though there's a few people flying around desperately trying to make a cure happen, but I needed to hurry up and murder the world as they were quickly starting to catch up here in terms of a cure. And I think we're more or less gonna be fine at this point. I think we've won. We basically made an emergency decision to just to stop the disease from just outright killing the entire time. We may want to go back and grab that again, though it's dubious whether we'll be able to afford it again. But I think we'll be fine as long as over time this continues to kill, which it looks like it's going to. I think Greenland's the only pocket of survival left. It really was a fight against Greenland. There's only a few people flying around the world, and there's probably just 1 or 2 people in a private jet that they somehow acquired, maybe grabbing corpses for tests and such. But I think we're gonna pull this one off. I think we're good. The infected are still almost being outpaced by how much they're dying. That again does concern me. The lethality is not that high. We can go nausea, then probably vomiting. But I might just go with pneumonia. Just want to keep bumping that infectivity up and watch this constantly being ridden back and forth. The dead are starting to catch up again. This constant fight, man, to watch the infected and the dead be bouncing back and forth is scaring me. I need what to get this? That ups the lethality a bit. I think we should go for skin legions if we can. If we can make skin legions work with 18 points. So, I don't know, man. I'd like to make that happen. It's a slow trickle. I'm just hoping we can pack up a couple extra points here and there if we're lucky. But it does not look like we're going to. So let's go ahead and devolve this. And devolve... All this is only giving 1. 16... No, I like the infectivity of that. Same with of that. I get 1 there. Oh, that took it away. That took away a point. Oh, that's costing me now. Oh, that's a problem. I'm just gonna pump it into nausea for now then. I think I fucking lost. I can't believe I fucked that up a second time. I'm dumb. I know what I'm doing every time, and I know why I'm fucking up, but I keep doing it. They just outlived. All right.
Yes, I, Mathis, the scientist with these 2.
Welcome back to some more Plague Inc. Evolved. Look, I gotta do it again. I gotta do Prion again. We gotta make Brian work. I can make Brian work. I know I can make Brian work. And I know where I messed up. And I definitely know where I messed up. And we're gonna fix it, man. We're gonna fix it. So, we're going to start this time in Egypt, my favorite place. Though, it might be worth it to start down in Saudi Arabia. But I'm gonna pick Egypt. I like Egypt a lot. So, except I picked Libya. I don't know. I did not pick. Did I actually pick? Okay, well, that'll make things interesting. So we're gonna bank some points. We're gonna devolve anytime something pops up that we do not want. Anything that brings up its severity, which is basically what tells everybody, hey, this is an actual disease. Be careful. All right, so let's start working on transmission. Water, air, for sure. And then we'll get over here and grab cold resistance as soon as we can. But the sooner we can push out of Africa and into other countries, the better off we're gonna be. So let's go ahead and just wait it out a little bit. Some cold resistance and no symptoms for a while. And then I think we're gonna wait and start grabbing birds and air, you know, the stuff that's gonna make it basically as infectious as possible. Okay, we've hit West Africa now, so we're slowly starting to push outside of Libya. I'm actually happy we hit West Africa because there's a port there that we can use. And what we want is, like I said, hopefully these will start hitting things. So let's go with rats first, especially if we can get over into the United States. Rats will be a very good thing for us. Okay, grab these. Slowly but surely, you can see the red dots are starting to spread. Okay, whatever that was, I don't want it. Definitely don't want a rash. No, thank you. Some free points for us to reinvest elsewhere. And then late in the disease's life cycle, after I'm certain we've done everything we can, then we can let things just mutate and happen over time. But for right now, this is no way. It doesn't make any sense to go that route. Letting those things happen is just poor planning on my part. Cold level 2, and then obviously if we can get drug resistance early, that's not a bad call either. But I want to get past, I want to get to the north of Africa sooner rather than later. Especially over in Greenland and Iceland, which has been a problem for us. But now that we've hit Egypt, we now have access to 2 ports and an airport, which is good for us. And there we go, hitting the UK very, very, very early is going to be key for us going pretty much anywhere else. No coughing. I especially can't have you giving me coughing symptoms. Not even remotely ready for that. There we go. We're starting to hit the world. India has been infected, which is gonna be great for us. That's gonna hopefully spread very quickly over there with our current talent build. So that's gonna be Brazil right there for us. Means we're gonna be hitting South America and getting closer to North America. We still absolutely 100% want to grab drug resistance. Help us spread in the UK as is. I'm surprised we have not hit Russia at all yet. There's the US. Not only have we not hit Russia, but we haven't hit any of the major cold regions. This has kind of been a slow spreading start. A little bit of bad luck in that regard. But hopefully that'll change. We can wait. We have all the time in the world, man. Let it fester. China's infected, that's very, very good. Let's go ahead and grab water 2 at this point. Really need to push across the water in a lot of these regions, and then we can start worrying about grabbing neuroatrophy so that these people are a little bit less mindful when they decide that they've discovered the cure and they would like to get rid of it. But right now, ain't gonna happen. Here we go. Water 2 has really opened up some doorways for us, which is great. We're gonna see the world really start getting covered very quickly. And we're gonna bank, man, we're gonna bank. No coughing. I do not want it. Give me back those 2 points. I'm gonna go with pigeons. And let's start, you know what? Let's grab level 2 of drug resistance. Let's really ensure that we're gonna, yep, there it is, see. We're gonna start grabbing everything that we need to hit all those other countries that we've been needing to grab. And as it spreads, we're gonna get a lot of DNA points. Now we can start working on neural atrophy, which is good for us. The Olympics got postponed again. Not a big deal at this point. We've kind of spread across the world. The Olympic event is kind of serves as a point of like, if your disease isn't spreading, everybody can come together in this one event, and then when they all go back, it just spreads to all the other countries. But if you manage your early game fine, you won't need that. The Olympics is more of like a bonus than anything else as I see it. Okay, what are we missing around the world right now? The only place, again, as always, is Greenland, because it's so fucking isolated. Cis, I can't let it happen. It's gonna start costing us money to devolve soon. We're only gonna get a little bit of a bonus in each tree, a little bit of bonus DNA in each tree for a little while. We really need to fucking get up to fucking Greenland though. The longer it takes to get to Greenland, the more frustrating this is gonna be because we still run the chance of being detected at some point. Botswana finally getting infected. Nausea. We might be costing us money now. Nope, we're just gonna, it's gonna be a break-even situation. Let's go ahead and grab this, and eventually we're gonna need them to grab genetic hardening, so it's way harder for them to cure when they do eventually start to try and cure it. But we really need to get to Greenland, man. I need to see a boat go to Greenland. There it is. There it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we play the waiting game. Now it's just wait for the world to become infected and then start working our way towards lethality. Hopefully we'll have enough points to become lethal enough where it causes problems. But right now we are not seen. Nobody knows that we exist. I shouldn't leave anemia. I shouldn't. I'm not ready for it yet. I can't be detected when Greenland is like this, because what's gonna happen is they're gonna notice it, they're gonna realize it's everywhere, and then the whole world is gonna start working at a cure all at once, and that's gonna make it fucking impossible for us to kill everybody while Greenland is still in the hundreds of infected. We have a long way to go before we're ready to start dropping symptoms. I need Greenland to be at least halfway infected, hopefully more. 3/4 would be a safer bet for us. There we go. You see it's starting to really skyrocket. This is really, really good for us. We need, I would like more points. I don't think we're gonna get any more until people start dying off. Now I think mutations are safe. I genuinely think mutations are safe, but I want to be certain first. I'm gonna let the rash symptom ride. I think it's fine. I just want that to happen. Okay, everybody in the world is now infected. Now we can start working our way down the tree. Let's see. Infectivity, we don't need to worry about infectivity, we need to worry about lethality. I want this right here because it's gonna make things exceptionally lethal. We'll grab these as well for the combo. They're gonna start noticing it. There's the first death as well. The cure is gonna begin as people start dying off. Yep, there's the death count rising. Now this is hopefully it's gonna be too late for them by the time they realize it. What do I need, 33? See if we can make this work. Panic, land, air, and sea trade are, everybody's panicking because they're realizing how badly it's already spread. There we go. It's gonna be way less, it's gonna be harder now for them to make a cure because we got that combo in. But we need more points, man. The dead are rising, but not fast enough. I might be fucking this up again. I need this. We're not gonna get any points back unless we start devolving from over here or over here. But we've infected the world already. So I'm just gonna dump and get as many points as I can. If I can get this, I need 33. Let's see what happens. Brian is 57% complete as everybody starts turning into Brian. I need more, man. I need more. The DNA has started to stop flowing in. At around 80%, I'm gonna have to make some emergency calls, I think. Nausea is fine, I'll take it. It doesn't really help me much. Yeah. I still need more. 33, can I make 33 happen? Yes, I think I can. That's what I need. I need people to start dying way faster. That's a lot faster. I need the world to start plunging into chaos. Yep, there we go. Madagascar's falling apart. That's what we need. We need to see people start losing it. Because if people start losing it, they're gonna stop working on a cure. And once they stop working on a cure, all we have to do is wait for everybody to start dying off. And you can see them by the millions. It's now going up. The cure has really come to a crawl. Hopefully some mutations happen on their own, but just complete total organ failure should wipe out the planet over time on its own. I just hope we've stopped it early enough. I hope we pulled that emergency trigger early enough. More specifically. We might not have. Billions are dead. It's starting to go really quickly. But is it too late? Because we could hopefully, if we really wanted to, we can invest in a genetic reshuffle if we can get 26 points, and that'll set them back even further. But we still need to do a genetic reshuffle, 6 more DNA points, and it's unlikely to happen. We'll see. Okay, there it is. Genetic reshuffle. That's gonna set them back a few percentage points, which is gonna buy us some more time to kill off a few more million. I need the world to start falling apart a whole lot faster, man. We may have pulled this off. Angola is the first to fall into anarchy. Sorry, Angola. You've all become a Brian. Genetic reshuffle 2. That's gonna buy me more time, and that's gonna be it. I think we've pulled it off. I think genetic reshuffle 2 will be the last we need to make this a win. But if we wanted to, we could bump into some more over here. Coma is next if we want to see if we can get coma to happen. But I think we've pulled off the win here. Little emergency refund points with this particular strategy. It's definitely not the best strategy in the world by any stretch, but it's one that's worked for me in the past. And even me being a little bit rough around the edges, still seems to have panned out rather nicely for us. So here, we can go ahead and grab that. We can go ahead and grab that just to have some fun. And now we just let the world die off. The less than 100 million that are alive are not gonna figure it out fast enough before they all die. Oh, that feels good. That feels good to pull off after a while. After that failed one from last episode anyway. Everybody's Brian. Dean, can I just have a bunch of Brians on screen? Just all Brians? Show what the world looks like for Brians. Yep, there we go. Brian has destroyed the world despite the world's best efforts. The last few humans lie dying in holes with no chance of survival. And that's it. They can't do anything about it. Basically, the game says you won, enjoy the last few seconds here, as everybody ends up dying in their little hole. Boom, boom, boom. The extinction event has happened, and humanity has been wiped from the planet. Wonderful. And there it is, the end. We've killed everybody. There's victory right there. Sweet. We didn't do great, but we got a new gene unlocked, which is nice. And that should put a gold star next to that one. I need to work all these through Brutal and Mega Brutal, but I'm thinking about doing some custom scenarios next if you guys want to see more. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, let me know in the comment section below. Your support means the world to me. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
We are Brian. We are here to do your tax returns on time. We are here to politely ask you to turn down your moderately audible music and then bake you a cake as a thank you. We are here to drive Toyota Prius cars and eat plain hamburgers from McDonald's. We are Brian. We will rule.